Hey everybody, this is going to be the final iteration, I promise, of the general build on this. Of course, I'm going to be doing other little additions to it, making quick little changes here and there, so I may not get all those on film, but I'll try to do like the body work for it in some future build. But I just want to get this as the last part of it's running. It's effectively done. So let's just stop talking, let's get into it. It's another rainy day here, so I apologize for any thunder and lightning and whatever you might see in the background. The first issue that I had was, of course, the belt falling off constantly. So I found this piece right here, and I'm going to try to attach it. Hopefully you can get a better view from up under here. But I'm going to try and attach this thing up here. Something kind of like, okay, something kind of like that. And hopefully that will keep the belt on the pulley. I might have to like wiggle it or move this thing around, or maybe tilt it a certain direction. Yeah, probably something like that. Just get it tilted a little bit. That way it effectively keeps that belt from coming off. So I'm going to tip my head up under here upside down. Go ahead and mark those spots right there. Drill them out, and then get some kind of a screw right up in here to go up into this plate. And hopefully that will keep it from sliding off in the back. Then we got to address the flippity-floppiness maybe of it in the middle. This little curly Q keeper right here does a pretty good job, and oh yeah, I gotta do something about that. I gotta pull this thing off. But if I'm not mistaken, that piece right there is connected to my return spring on my throttle, so I might have to find some other place for that. If nothing else, hopefully I can just take that screw out, pull this little bracket out of here, and put that back in there, so I got a good return spring spot. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of those, and I'll show you what I come up with. It took me a few times to get it just right, but I got this little piece off. It wasn't that big of a deal. It did keep this keeper on right here, which, you know, I had to kind of adjust it and put it back. And then up here at the top, that keeper is not nearly as close to keepering it as I thought it was going to be. I had planned on having it more up here. So I used a chisel and a hammer and tried to bend that thing over a little bit. It just wouldn't budge, so I'm just leaving it. This one up over here did get nice and tight, so there's no way that belt is just gonna slide out of there, hopefully. Let's go ahead and just, let's move some cars around, put it out in the driveway. Let's see if it works. See how well it works. See how long it takes for the belt to fall off. One other thing I forgot to mention, I did do some, we'll call it off-camera modifications. So this big old pile of washers right here, what I did here is I took the original clutch to brake pedal, went ahead and connected that back, made some extra different bends in it, then had to add about, 20 washers to this to make sure that it kind of, hit it in the just right spot. And then because of this washer here, this little nut and bolt coming out of the seat came down and hit it. I don't know how well you can see that, but it just came down right there and was hitting the washers. So I found this 1/2-inch bar stock, welded in a little V right there. It hits the seat just right to hold it just above those washers right there. Nifty little solution, I guess. So I do have brakes now. However, it does come at the cost of, if I push in the clutch too far to like shift gears or anything, it's gonna cause problems. One of the other things I was thinking, and I'm not sure how well it's gonna work, rather than shifting gears in the transaxle part of it, rather than shifting gears here, trying to go first, second, third, and reverse, I was thinking it's got a high-low range. If I just started out in low, third gear, come on, there we go. If I just started out in low third gear, that should be enough to get me going, and then I could push in the clutch and pop it up into high, and then it would make it more like a 2-speed, I guess. I don't know, just something I was gonna, run through my head, something I wanted to put out there. I'm gonna test it out, I'm gonna try it. It's nice and wet. Hopefully I don't crash in here. I'm gonna do a couple spins around the cul-de-sac here, maybe even just take it into the backyard and see if we can do some donuts or something. I don't know, something crazy. But now that that's nice and wet, that should provide some slicky surfaces. Hopefully break some traction loose, maybe. I don't know. And that's assuming that the belt stays on, which is a very, very strong assumption. Let's get this thing down and out of here. All right, here goes nothing. Belt fell off. Well, good news, bad news on that one. Yes, the belt did fall off, but it was not from what you think. It was from that pulley right there. See that pulley? Yeah, check this out. So this is gonna be like an impossible view to try and get, but basically this nut right here, it came off. So nut fell off, this thing started wiggling a bunch, and it went flying. So I'm gonna try and put this thing back on. The only problem is, in order to get this thing tightened on here, it takes an impact, apparently, because I tried to use my fingers, and I tried to use a wrench, and it just does not work. So I'm gonna try the impact and really just get it on there. But I've got to drop the transaxle. So that means I got to pull the wheels off. That means I got to pull out a bunch of screws, bolts, whatever they are. Gonna have to pull out this one for the cross brace. Gonna have to pull off, I think it's this one? Maybe this one. Maybe both of these. That way it can just pivot right here on this back one, and the whole thing will just roll down. Then I can get the impact on it, and then I gotta put it all back up and, you know, have fun just putting it all back together. And then I'm gonna try it again. One thing I did notice when I was ripping it around just there is it doesn't have any kind of a poly track. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to lock the differential of this thing, because it just splattered water everywhere on me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing reassembled again. And hopefully, oh, and I got red Loctite. You can put some red Loctite on it. That way hopefully it doesn't come off. The other thing is it looks like as it gets pulled forward, that jerking motion unscrews that pulley every time. So it's gonna need something extra solid on there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing put all back together. It's hot, it's rained, so it's humid. I gotta get fans going. Otherwise I'd let you watch this whole thing, but you don't wanna see this. It's gonna be a mess, and I'm gonna be noisy with all the fans. Got this thing all put back together. This is on here nice and tight now. And there's no more wiggle. Well, okay, there's a little bit of a wiggle to it, but I think it's just gonna have to be there. Those things are tightened down as much as they can go. It's not going anywhere. Probably gonna be really hard for me to stick you in here and see that nut. The pulley might be a little thick for that nut. There's not enough threads poking out right there. So that nut's kind of like hanging off. It's only about half threaded on anyway. But I did slam it in with the impact, so that should be good enough, I hope. One other thing I'm gonna do, just because I noticed it earlier, I had squirted a little bit of grease on here and was hoping it would just kind of like work its way down in there. But the steering is binding up just a little bit, and I mistook this little shiny area here for, oh, there must be grease that's going all the way through. Yeah, there's not. So I'm going to see what I can do to get a like little grease point thing in there. Hang on, I've got some over here. Here we go. I got a few in a bag, some straight ones and some curved ones. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this one in, and I'm hoping that this drill bit will go through and not mess everything up. I'm gonna end up getting metal shavings in there. I don't really care. I just want a lot of grease in there. I wonder what size socket this is. No, it's socket. Wrench. Is it teeny? Is that a 9mm? No, that's gonna be 9. 10. There we go. 10mm. 10mm is a little loose. That'll work. Although I do have... That's a little loose. Hey, that's pretty good. 3/8. All right, let's go with the 3/8. We'll go ahead and get this thing drilled up in here. Get some grease squirted up in it, and yeah, then let's take it for another cruise. The rain finally stopped. It's still humid as all get out. Imagine that. It's humid in Charleston, South Carolina. But at least the cul-de-sac has dried up just a little bit. Hopefully the grass in the backyard has not. See if I can get this thing to break loose a little bit. Probably not. It doesn't have pots track or any kind of a lock differential, so it's probably not going to cut loose. But we can try. Maybe drive it real fast, just crank the wheel real hard, spin it around. Maybe. I don't know. We'll try. We'll see. But I'm going to see what I can do to drill a hole. I'm going to have to move the camera here. But I'm going to put the drill down in there and see how quickly and nicely I can drill a hole kind of like up in there. Hopefully. Somewhere towards the middle. And then hopefully it'll eventually squirt grease all the way around. I don't know. It's a plan. Like I say, it's a good plan. It's just a plan. And just like any other plan with this, the battery's in the way. So, let's go ahead and take the battery out. Because that's always fun. Probably turn it down. It's a good song, though. Just check out the description down below. There'll be a channel page that has all the music that's found here on this channel. Royalty free, by the way. Use it all you want. Listen to it anytime you want. Okay, so I kind of failed at getting that thing threaded, simply because I don't want to take this all apart just to thread that thing. So I just drilled it out really good and just shot a bunch of grease up in there until it started gooing out everywhere. So yeah, it's a lot better. Not gonna say it's perfect, but it's better. Got the gas tank put back, got everything put back together, so I think she's ready for a round 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever this is. I've lost count. So I'm gonna put you on the stand over here. We'll cruise around just a little bit and see what it looks like. Oh, maybe we can put the muffler on. That'd be better. Hang on a second. Okay, so here is the muffler. This thing, I think it went that way. Yeah, something like that. Let me see if I can kind of wedge that thing in there like that. Hey, that's pretty sturdy. That should work. All right. Let's give that a listen now. See if that sounds any better. When the neighbors came out, it was like, hey, I thought somebody was like doing donuts out here in a motorcycle or something. And I saw it was you. It was like, oh, that's cool. And he went back inside. Anyway, next round. See what happens. And starting. Hey, that already sounds a little bit better. All right. Get it in reverse. So far, so good. What happened? Ah, sugar honey, I got to run it over. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I wonder what caused that thing to fly off, because that is completely off of everything. Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, wow, that's hot. Hang on, let me bring you over here. I had a mishap. The belt keeper from the middle came off, which then threw everything out. So here it is right here. It's the curly Q one. And that sucker is hot. Not sure what exactly happened there. I mean, it definitely looks like it broke. That came off over here. Oh, that's just gone. Whole screw and everything is just gone. Oh, wait, no. I guess it's over here. So, it looks like it just finally, I don't know, bounced back and forth enough that it just broke right on off. Well, that's not cool. Let me go ahead and put this thing back together and see if I can at least cruise it around slow speeds. Yeah, I think I see what part of the problem could have been. It was just too close. Let's see if it's cooled down a little bit now so I can touch it. Yeah, it's a little better. So where this thing was hanging, it was constantly rubbing right there, flopping back and forth on it, and it just eventually just broke it off. So it looks like that needs to come in a bit. And let's see exactly where that's going to be. That way when it's flopping around, it's just a little bit more sturdy. Yeah, that is quite a bit off. That is a lot of pressure it's putting on there. I didn't realize it was putting that much pressure on there. So if I hold that right there, yeah, that's putting a lot of pressure. It needs to be more back over here. And it was trying to push it all the way over here and then flopping. So if I can get that right about there, let's see how much it's going to be. Well, that's going to be a lot. I can probably just weld that on there right there. Make a little mark, take that off there, weld those two pieces together, and then give it a new spot to vibrate loose and break. Cool. But I do see that I'm going to be needing to make a lot of improvements to this. Not really a lot of improvements, a lot of little tweaks. There's going to be a lot of little tweaks. So make sure you stay tuned. Look for some of these other videos I'm going to be making on some hot rod tractors. I'm going to work on this one a little bit more in my off time though, because I've got a new tractor and a new whole thing set up. Let me show you this one. So it's one of these little wide body. Yeah, it's a wide body Murray. This has a 205, an MST 205, which basically is just going to be like it shifts forward and back for its first through fifth gears. And then you pull it all the way back for a reverse. People were just basically giving this one away. Didn't need it anymore. It does run. It is only a 12.5 horsepower engine there. Just needs some cleanup. They said that it was mostly kept in the shed, and for being 26 years old or so, this is a really nice looking body on it. So I'm going to be souping this one up a good bit, doing another pulley swap on it, stretching out the frame, doing a whole another thing on that, which is going to be a whole other adventure, I am sure. That's going to be the paradigm for today. May not be the right one, but that's the channel. If you need any other bad examples in your life, and who doesn't, go ahead and hit the channel page down below, the little OWP icon. That'll take you to the channel page, and there's all kinds of bad ways to do everything down there. Well, not everything, but there's lots of bad ideas there, and wrong ways to do things. Down in the description, you'll find some links to Amazon and maybe some other places, and if you click those links and buy whatever it is you're going to buy anyway, even if it isn't one of those things down there, that helps support this channel, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you that do that. And if you had fun, were entertained, or learned something, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like, subscribe, comment, share down below. That stuff really does help out a small channel like this. And if this series wasn't a bad enough example for you, don't worry, I'm going to keep being a bad example, so I'm going to keep trying and earning that subscription from you. Special thanks to all my subscribers. Without you, none of this would be possible. So just accept it. This is partially your fault. And it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and click that subscribe and accept it. As always, have fun in your garage. Stay safe and know that you are appreciated.